Unfortunately, we do have one staff member that abandoned their contract.
The kids are scared and they're heartbroken. You know, I've lost 3 of my favorite teachers. I've lost my coaches. They're like, what's happening? What's next year gonna be like?
Moving forward, we'll be holding staff accountable because it's causing harm to our students.
You're about to lose all of your teachers.
Texas superintendents are bracing for another year of educators quitting mid-school year, leaving students without a teacher in core subjects. Investigator Kelly Wiley is here again, looking at a solution in many districts that might actually be making that staffing shortage worse.
Yeah, on top of a growing retention issue, districts are being forced to comply with a tall task.
Do I say I used to be, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Nikki Northcutt, and I just left 11 years as a teacher at McCallum High School.
Spring semester 2022 was Austin English teacher Nikki Northcutt's last in the classroom.
I'm Sapna Patel Duchenne.
It was the final year Sapna Duchenne would work in Keeling Middle School.
My name is Ryan Thomas.
And the year Ryan Thomas would leave education for good.
The decision point for me really came when I realized that 3 out of 5 days a week when I woke up in the morning, I felt physically ill at the idea of going to work.
All members voting.
Just 2 months before the school year started, Texas lawmakers passed House Bill 4545. For every student who failed or did not take the state's standardized test during the pandemic, the new law required school districts to tutor them for 30 extra hours in groups no larger than 3 students.
That was one of the driving factors for me leaving. It was, in my opinion, literally impossible to do that.
It's another unfunded mandate by the state. You're gonna do this. Was it ideal? No, because we don't really have the time for the tutoring. The kids didn't wanna come in for the tutoring.
When you pile on this extra requirement, they just feel like they're even more behind, and it made so many of them want to just give up.
The Texas Education Agency says some school districts tried tutoring during the school day, during planning periods, or virtually. Others offered to pay teachers to tutor after school and before the day started, sometimes for less than their salary. Did the passage of HB 4545, in your opinion, cost the state teachers?
I think it probably depended on the district and how that legislation was implemented. We're hearing from teachers across the state that they are overwhelmed with requirements, with the time, with many of the things that are on their plates.
State data showed test scores went up slightly during the last school year, during that extra tutoring time. But the number of teachers statewide was dwindling by record numbers. 26% more teachers quit or retired than the school year before.
Every time we got a notification from a teacher, it was just, deep breath. We've had vacancies from the start of the school year, and it just felt like it never stopped.
Our team pulled exit surveys and resignation letters from the state's largest and smallest school districts. Repeatedly, teachers described unsustainable and unrealistic workloads, lack of support, and longer hours with low pay.
I feel upset that I have to leave to go, and I really was doing what I was called to do. I will not be taken advantage of, abused, underappreciated one day longer. I just won't.
The legislature is aware of the issues with HB 4545. A lawmaker proposed a bill last fall, a few weeks into the school year, that would have tweaked how this works. It would have taken school districts from a 3 student for every 1 teacher model to a 10-to-1. It also would have given the districts options to get grants to hire substitutes, but ultimately that bill did not pass.
So what can lawmakers do to keep skilled teachers in the classroom? Well, we're pressing state leaders for answers next.
And it's really about changing behaviors and structures and systems across 1,200 school districts.
Coming up, we'll tell you what changes lawmakers are considering to ease the workload and raise pay for teachers in Texas.